better.
Joking.
Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel.
What's up?
Guys, my husband decided to do it with me again.
Today's a family affair, and I didn't decide, I was forced. But you married guys know how that goes, so.
Wow.
Here I am.
Wow.
So today, we're talking about the move. The big move. You know, jumping from renting to owning your own place.
We're moving, y'all.
Yeah. You know, this was supposed to happen last year, but yeah.
It didn't happen.
Didn't happen. I'm not even gonna say a bad realtor. We got a horrible realtor.
It's more like
If it wasn't for her, I would have put my hands on that dude. That's how pissed off and irritated he had me, like, halfway through.
Yeah, so basically, this is what we're going to be talking about, like how he said. While I was pregnant last year, we were actually looking for a house to move because we were not trying to get another lease. And we really had like a horrible realtor, like, bad. So we can start off with like the first house that I liked.
Well, back up just a little bit. First off, if you hire a realtor, the simplest way to find out if they're any good at what they do is how they approach the whole house and home searching method. Now, most realtors that are pretty good at what they do is you tell them your dream house or what it is you're looking for, and they'll go out with their list and their connects, you know, through their realtor company that they work for and other connections they have within the realty community, and see where they have that at, if as close as possible. And then they will basically give you a short list of that. Typically, I would say 20, you know, at the max.
Or even less than that.
You know, at the max, like 15 to 20. And then, you know, from there, you pick and choose from there. You go look at maybe 5 of them. And typically, you make up your mind.
Right. That's
on a good realtor. Now, when somebody is doing the job, but they're not really that great at it.
And then we're doing the job for him.
What ends up happening is they give you their matrix that they have access to, which has thousands of houses on it. And then you yourself sit there and sift through all these houses by putting your little criterias and filters. And then, which by the end of it, you're gonna have hundreds on your list. And then you have to sit there, try to sift through that. And a lot of times you're not gonna be able to, because most people, when they're selling a house, they get a good cameraman to sit there and doctor up the photos. So it may look great when you are looking at it on the pictures and whatnot, but you never know until you actually get there. And that's what happened with us. We had he gave us access to his matrix, which, like I said, is literally thousands and thousands of houses, because we did not have an exact city locked down as to where we're going to move to. We just knew that we wanted to stay in the Broward County area. So we had about 4 different cities that we had as possible options. And like I said, it was thousands and thousands of houses.
Yeah.
So as we sift through all these houses and whatnot on the matrix, you know, we would see some that like, oh, this looks good, or this one looks good, and this one looks good. By the time we have a list, you know, our list is like damn near 100 houses. And obviously nobody really wants to go look at 100 houses. But we're new to the whole thing. So he convinced us, yeah, look at as many as possible. That way you can know when you find the house.
So, like, this is where I come in. I was the one looking for the house. And I'm not even gonna lie, it was very frustrating because we basically told him exactly what we wanted. And, we basically told him, get your son. We basically told him exactly what we wanted, how many rooms we wanted. And the thing is, we weren't even asking for like a big square feet. And all he had to do was just basically narrow it down for us. And, you know, he was taking us to things that we weren't asking for. And it was very frustrating. So I would log on to the Matrix every single day to basically refresh the page and try to see if, if there is like different houses popping up the same day or not. And then once I make a list, we'll give him the list and then we'll try to go see it. And the thing with him, we'll give him the list. We'll go to these places. Sometimes we couldn't even go to the places. He'll schedule it for us to go. One, he did not get there on time. We were always there before him. So we're always in the car waiting. Or if it's like a home with a resident, we're over there just looking like a bunch of retards just sitting outside their house waiting for him to pull up. So that was another issue that we had with him.
That's one issue. Another one was the fact that half the time he didn't actually set up an appointment, and he just figured, oh no, it's gonna be okay. They're they're gonna understand and just let you guys roll them through and whatever. And that's not the case at all for a lot of people, even when they're trying to sell a house, because especially if they're still living in that house, is because there's a reason that they're still living in it. They probably did not find the next house yet, or they still have a lot of their stuff in there and they're slowly moving out. So you can't just assume that, okay, just because that person is selling a house, you can just show up all willy-nilly whenever you want to come look at the house. It's not gonna work that way. But hey, I already figured that much, and I had that talk with him. He said, no, most people, they're not gonna have no problem with it, blah, blah, blah. So I would say about 40 to 50% of the houses we went to look at, we were not able to look at the time that we went, because he never scheduled an appointment. He just figured we'd be able to get in. And we show up there, and the owners is either not there, or they're like, well, we didn't have a time schedule, so, I'm doing this right now, I'm doing that right now, I can't. So, those are two huge issues we had. We had more. Let's continue on.
It was so bad. And the thing, I was like 7, 8 months pregnant. It was raining. It was hot some days. And he already know, we live on the 3rd floor, so I was going up and down these stairs. On top of that, I was working. So he knew all this, and he was literally taking us out. We were out there, when the sun came down. It was one time we saw a house when it was dark, and we've been out there all morning, and we're just like, dude, this is not what we asked for. We were literally made it so simple. Well, minimum 1,800 square feet. 1,800 square feet, if possible, 4 bedroom, but we would take 3 if it has a den, 2 bathrooms, and if the master bedroom is just as big as our apartment, we'll be okay with that. But for some reason, he keeps taking us to these little shacks and these crazy looking neighborhoods. And I would get there. Sometimes I wouldn't even want to get out the car, because I would be like, what the hell is this? I know he wouldn't live here. Why would he bring us here? It was just, I don't know, man. I think we've seen over 200 houses in Broward. And it was just too much. It was too much. And there was one incident. We actually found a house. We found the house. But the first one, you already know I'm pregnant and emotional. I was crying, y'all. I was crying. I was so upset because it took us so long to find that house. I found it literally hours when it got on the market. And I told him, we need to go see this house tomorrow. And basically, we went to go see the house. We scheduled an appointment. Of course, we got there before him. We were waiting outside, as usual. And basically, when we got there, went in, we met the people that was in there, because someone was living in the apartment. So we went in there, they gave us, house. So we went in there, they gave us a little tour. Didn't they give us a tour before he got there? Yeah. I think they felt sorry for us because they saw us sitting out there looking stupid. So they let us in, and they gave us a little tour of the house. Oh my God, the house was so beautiful. It wasn't even that big. It was 1,900 square feet house. And then, they had a nice big backyard.
Yes, the layout was great, even though it wasn't too big. But one, it was already in the range we were looking for as far as size went. Less. But the setup, the way they had the room set up, and the way it worked. Yeah, it worked. The way it was set up, it worked. So
it was
we liked it because of that.
It was perfect, guys. And he got there, and he tried to tell us oh, this is what's going on with the house, and we're just like, we know. They already gave us a whole little tour. Yeah. So, at the end of the day, we told him, you know what, we like this house, put in an offer. And then he's like, oh, so you know, you guys don't want to see the other houses? So we're like, yeah, it doesn't matter, but you know, we want this house. So, you want to finish, babe?
Yeah. So we tell them literally as we walking out from seeing this house, we tell them, look, we love this place. Put our offer in ASAP. And as a matter of fact, the people were asking, what was it 321? I think.
Yeah, it was 321. That's way less.
So they were asking 321, which was way less. Well, I mean, not way less, but below what it worked for us as far as budget went, and it was awesome. But since they were asking that price, and from the look of the house, how great it was, we decided to actually tell him, like, look, offer them an extra $4,000 and just make it 325, so we could make sure we get it. So anyway, like we just said, as we're walking out of the house, we're telling him this. He says, okay, don't you guys want to go look at a few more? The rest of the day is still early. So like, all right, fine. We'll take a look at some more. But by the end of the day, you need to make an offer on this house because we really, really like this house. So, okay, day goes on. We looked at about, 5 or 6 more houses. Didn't really see anything else that we liked. So whatever. Now, we're thinking he's going to place an offer as soon as he gets back to the office. The next day comes around. We don't hear nothing. So like, okay, 2 days later, we check at the house online on was it Zillow or wherever we had found it at, and we saw there was an offer, a contingent. It said contingent, so we got happy. We thought, oh snap, okay, they received the offer and they're considering it. Because typically when it says contingent, that means the owners received offer and they're considering, the offers and things like that. So we assumed it was us. So we got all happy and just like, oh yeah, we're gonna get this house. No. Not at all. So after we saw this, we got all excited. We called them up like, hey, we just looked at the house. It says contingent. Okay, what did they say? Because obviously that would mean that he talked to them, for it to be placed on contingent.
Right.
And they said, oh no, I haven't placed you guys' offer in yet. So man, I was so pissed because at this point that lets me know that one, that wasn't our offer, and two, the owners are actually considering this offer, whatever the offer was that they received. So, like I was saying, I was so freaking frustrated and livid because, like I said, the offer that they were considering, the owner was considering, was not our offer. So
to make it worse, I was crying, guys. Pregnant crying wife. Imagine.
Yeah. And fellas, you know how that goes when a woman's pregnant and everything. Like, we can't say nothing, but you guys know how that feeling goes. Like, okay, I can't do nothing about it, and she's crying. I can't really console her because it's like, what can I say? What can I do? The house is basically gonna be gone.
Let me just put that in. I was like so discouraged. He tried so hard, like, babe, let's just go look at this house. I was just like, no, that was my dream house. Like, he killed my dream. I was so like sad. I felt bad, like, later. That I was like, damn, I really made it hard for him. Like, he was trying to like console me, but it's just at that moment, like the hormones, man. I did not want to see that man. Like,
yeah.
Anyways, continue.
So that's one time. Similar stuff happened 2 more times where we found houses that we liked and we told him to put offers down on it. He either didn't pull the offer in or he put it in later, and we had another issue was he put an offer in for us, but he never followed up with the other realtor. And supposedly what he was telling us is every time he calls the other realtor, he doesn't get a response. But then we call the realtor ourselves.
We get a response.
And we get a response. We talk to the guy. We ask him, hey, the offer that we placed, blah, blah, blah. What's going on with it? And the guy told us, okay, who's your realtor? And we told him, we're like, well, no, I haven't heard anything from this guy.
Yeah, and his favorite line, they're always playing games. Bruh.
Man. And for those of you that know me, I'm a straightforward type of dude. Always been militant, spend time in the military and all that stuff too, on top of it. So I'm straightforward. And if I'm pissed off, like whatever emotion I'm going through, at the time, you can look at my face and know. If I'm mad, you're not gonna get me to smile. I'm gonna freaking have my mad, angry face and basically tell you to stay the hell away from me. If I'm happy, then yes, I'm gonna have my joyful face. Doesn't matter where I'm at. I could be at a wedding. If I'm angry, people gonna know I'm angry. And even if I try, like, it still will show because I'm so used to it. Been doing it my whole life. So I think that man's life was spared so many times just because of the fact that I was there. That's why, like, anytime he say, I'm gonna go out with him, I'm like, hold on. I'm coming to put my clothes on. She's 100% right about that, because that dude had me so pissed off. Because after we looked at the 50th house, and this is like after we already found 1 or 2 that we like and he messed up the deals on, like I was pissed off. Like, yes, we continue to look at houses with him, because we already hired the fool, and like, all right, whatever, we need to find something, because she was basically getting ready to pop. So like, all right, we need to find something and get it finalized and all that stuff before little man pops out, because then I could set up the move and everything else like that by the time he comes and everything's good. So kept going house hunting with him. So obviously she's sad because she missed out on that first dream house of hers. So I ended up having to go with him for a couple of weeks, about 2 weeks. And during those times, I tried my best not to go with him multiple times during the week, because when we were looking, we will go out 3-4 times during the week.
Right after he gets off of work, or when I, if I'm off that day, I'll sleep for like maybe 2, 3, 4 hours, and then we'll be out on the road. Yeah, and then on the weekends, we basically spend both Saturday and Sunday all day out there. So when it was down to just me, I was like, look, I cannot be with this dude all day. So I set up just the weekend, like, look, we'll go out in the morning or we'll go out in the afternoon, 3-4 hours, and that's it. Because like, I knew I was so freaking angry with this dude that if I kept having more disappointment, I would probably put my hands on him. So to alleviate that, I tried my best not to be alone with him, and he knew that too. Because he knew, because he was always asking, oh yeah, how's your wife? Is she coming with us? Basically begging and hoping that Aaron's gonna come, because he knows damn well if it's just me and him, granted we're in separate cars, it's just not gonna go well for him. But she's the one that's happy-go-lucky. Oh yeah. But if I'm pissed off, like I said, you're gonna see I'm pissed off, and if you say something stupid, I'm gonna check you right then and there. Like, I don't care, because it's not because I think I'm a tough guy or whatever, but I don't mind going at it. So anyway, it went off a little bit. So I looked at a few houses with him, still didn't find nothing. He disappoints us one more time when we did find a house that we really like, and so now you fast forward over to when she's giving birth. I gave birth a day that we were supposed to get out. So Malcolm ended up coming 2 weeks early. So I was in labor for like what?
23 hours.
3 hours. Yeah, I was in labor for 23 hours. We thought he was coming that night. It was morning. It was early morning. I started having contractions.
2 in the morning.
Yeah, 2 in the morning. We thought he was coming that day, but it ended up rolling over to the next day. So anyways, baby's here. We're happy. We're sleep deprived. We didn't sleep the whole night. We didn't sleep last night. So it's like, baby's here. So my husband took a little bit of nap, like a little nap. And then he was like, all right, we're going to look at these houses that we have scheduled. I think it was like 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 6 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool, no problem. So by 6, like after 6, I would be expecting him and he'll be back in the hospital with me. And I don't even think you made it till 6 or 5. Like, all I know is that
I was back like an hour later.
Yeah, he just came back. Yeah. I fired that motherfucker. I was like, what? I was like, what? What you mean you fired him? He was like, nah, man. Nah. I don't know what happened over there, because I was in the hospital. I didn't know what happened.
What happened is, we show up to this house, and it actually wasn't too far from the hospital. We show up, and the initial time was for 1 o'clock. So I show up, I'm there already at like 12:40, 12:45. So waiting on him as usual. He shows up like almost 1:30. Okay, no biggie, whatever. But as I'm sitting there waiting on him, I see the owner show the house to one couple. The couple leaves. The owner goes back inside and is grabbing stuff and putting it in his truck. So this guy finally pulls up, our realtor. He goes, walks over, and I say, look, man, you might want to hurry up because I think he's about to leave. Like, no, we have a schedule. I know I'm running late, but we have a schedule at 1 p.m., blah, 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 blah. So I said, all right, whatever. So we walk over to the owner, and the owner's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. We do not have anything scheduled. And our realtor, it's like, no, yes, I set it up with your realtor at this time, blah, 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 blah. He's like, well, I don't know what you're talking about because I just got done talking to my realtor and he did not tell me anything about anything being scheduled for 1 or 1:30, and I have things to do. And that was the last straw for me. I mean, I just had my little man. We already sleep deprived and tired, and he already had strike 3 with the houses. So I was done. So we walked back to the car, and he's like, oh, these realtors, man, they be playing games. They got the little clicks and stuff. When they have a house, they may not tell the owner some of the appointments because they have like this specific little friends that they want to make sure get the house and blah, 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 blah. Now, could there be some truth to that? Yeah, possibly. But when that's what you say every single time, like, come on, man, like, I'm tired.
It gets old.
So I was done. So I like, look, man, this isn't working. Like, that's it. You're done, man. We're not gonna come looking at anything with you no more or anything else like that. Well, I did not say it that nice though. Like I didn't.
He didn't because
I did not cuss him out. I did not cuss him out.
He was respectable. But
I let him know very firmly that his services were no longer needed.
And you want to know something? I knew that he didn't say it nicely because he was my brother's realtor who later on told me that, he had issues with him too. I wish he told me before. Yeah. But, he was like, yeah, so-and-so called me and he was basically telling me that he can't work with you guys no more. You guys are not clicking. I was like, really? That's what he said? He's not working with us or we not working with him? Which one is it? I don't know, man. That's what he said. I was like, yeah, Claudia fired him. And he's like, my brother's like, what? And I was like, yeah, he was alone with Claudia. My brother over here like, what? Because he already know what happened. Yeah. So that's that with him. So just to end the video, guys, if a family recommends a realtor to you, ask about their experience first. That's definitely number one. We went basically solely off a recommendation and not knowing that my brother literally went through the same issue with him. I wish he would have told me this is what he went through because we would have never went with him. We would have just looked for our own realtor. But, that and like how my husband was saying earlier, how many houses, if you look at how many houses.
Yeah, if you got a good realtor, you shouldn't really be giving a list of no more than, I say 15, 20 max. Right. And then for you, as the buyers, to shrink it down,
Right, and you shouldn't be looking for your own house either.
You shouldn't be out there literally doing the legwork, which is technically why it didn't happen.
Yeah, shit. You might as well just give us a realtor license. But how much we were on the road, we'll never get that gas back. Yeah. I know he got his gas back and probably what tax override. Yeah, I'm not gonna have my gas back. Anyways, so thank you for watching our little story time. I know it's a little long, but like, boy, only we could tell you the incidents of every single house. But thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Catch y'all later.